Hi, this is Michael Farmer with Instructional Technology, here to give you some project updates for things going on with instructional tech, our school field techs, and some of the things that are going on at our tech-focused schools. So to start off with what's happening with instructional technology, we were real busy in December with the Hour of Code. That went really well with hundreds, to make that actually thousands of kids across the district participating in the Hour of Code, learning how coding can be used to do different things on a computer. It was really great, lots of involvement, and you're going to hear a lot more about that at the meeting on Tuesday from Lance and Booth. We've been real busy this month with our teacher laptop trainings. We've been training our teachers at our elementary and our middle schools, and we're almost done. We've got about 10 schools left by the time we meet on Tuesday, and they've been really well received. Lots of good feedback on how smooth the trainings have gone. Everybody's done a nice job. We've been working real hard on some Common Core resources that we're ready to debut, hopefully next week, to our teachers and staff of how students can interact with some of the resources we've suggested and recommended to help them practice some of the skills they need from a technology perspective to do better on the Smarter Balanced assessments as they practice those here through the winter and into the early spring and then take the tests in the fall. And then we're doing some more work with Office 365, which is really exciting. We're doing some work with that for staff and for students. We're looking at giving everyone access to the web apps, downloads of Office applications, and everybody gets a terabyte of storage in the cloud. And we're hoping that's going to lead to even bigger things as we move through into the end of the school year and into next year. The school field support folks have been just about as busy as everybody has been in instructional tech. They've been real busy with the teacher laptops, making sure that the setup gets done and all the imaging takes place, and that's gone really well. And again, that's a nice, well-oiled machine. We're getting ready to start an interactive projector deployment, where we're going to begin with our libraries that don't already have an interactive display, and that's going to start up here in just a couple of weeks. We'll be going around starting next week to meet with principals and determine the location for the installation and get that ball rolling really quick. We were real busy in December and over the holidays installing the Smarter Balanced secure browser so that students can start practice testing, and we've basically spent these first couple weeks of January going around and hand touching the computers that didn't get the update automatically. And we've also gotten some work done on our getting laptops into the hands of kids. When I mentioned earlier about our teachers that have been getting new laptops, we've been collecting those old laptops. We're going to work with high school students to refurbish those and then get those out into the hands of kids. We're really excited about that, and that's a big boost to our community. So back onto the tech-focused schools. This picture sums up what we're seeing at some of the tech-focused schools. This is one of our students at Arlington when he solved a problem during the Hour of Code, and that's basically what we want to see from every kid when they get to use tech. Arlington's doing lots of work with tablets and blended learning and flipped instructions, so there's a lot of really great things going on at Arlington. At Meeker, they're continuing their work with tablets. The kind of shine has worn off from the tablets, but they're still really excited about the tablets. There's work beginning on innovative learning spaces to try and turn some of the common areas into places where kids can meet up and learn or go and collaborate, work on homework, those sorts of things. The 6th grade art and CTE classes are working on some real-world business solutions provided by Milgard, where they're actually trying to solve some problems that the company's been trying to solve for a long time. They're making some great headway about that. And I'm hoping we'll be able to report more about that at our tech advisory in March. And then they're started work on Makey Makeys, which are little kits which allow kids to make things. It's that whole maker movement again, and it's a really powerful thing. And again, we'll be able to talk more about that at another meeting, but the students and staff are really excited about that. And at Stafford, our tablet teacher training is complete, and the tablets are going to be rolled out this week, well, next week, the week of the meeting. And then we're having a lot of success with Minecraft in the classroom with our 4th and 5th grade teachers. And we're looking at using Skype Translate for parents to get real-time translation during school events. We had an opportunity to participate in a pilot of that with Microsoft. It went really well, and there's a powerful video about that that you're going to see at the beginning of the tech advisory. And then Student Services is working real hard too. We've expanded our smart tables from 4 to 26. There's been support and training on site. We're implementing Review 360 as a pilot project, which collects data and strategies for students who need behavior supports. And we're working on implementing Rethink as a pilot project as well. And that's a data collection strategy for students with autism. So a lot of good work going on with student services as well. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the other videos, and we'll see you Tuesday at Tech Advisory.
Okay, so for the networking team, since November, we've moved over 4,000 mailboxes from Exchange 2007 to 2013, which means everyone's mailbox has been moved now. Things to note, there's an app for iOS devices, so Apple devices. It's called OWA, and it's free. You can download it, and it looks very similar to Web Access, and better than the app that comes with iOS. So you may want to, for your iPad or iPhone users, you may want to try that out. We also upgraded a couple of PBXs or phone systems at Jefferson, Northeast Tacoma, Mason, and Meeker. It's basically just upgrading equipment, so nothing real exciting there. Headsets are still the same. We also did some DR work or disaster recovery work at Puyallup for Kronos, so we have a backup strategy and it's ready to go for the database. There's no data in there yet, but we're ready. We also did some firewall work in preparation to stand up the new firewalls while the old ones are running, which is a big deal. Trying to forklift this is kind of a term we use, would be really difficult. And also we did the Kronos environment installs so that the Kronos engineers can start building their applications. And the last thing is we stood up another monitoring device for the new PBXs. Idea is that if there's a problem with that phone system, we'll get an alarm from this particular software called Alarm Track.
Hi, I'm Sandra Jacobson, and as you may recall, I'm the Director of Student Information Systems. And since our last committee meeting, the eSchool Plus and enrollment team has been working on a number of things to continue to enhance and improve the efficiency of student data for the district. To highlight a couple things, first off, we've been working on setting up eSchool Plus so that we can complete the Office of Civil Rights report using eSchool Plus. That takes a fair amount of setup in the system. We've been also working on creating some new mechanisms in eSchool Plus to document and track open enrollment applications, district placements of students when it's necessary to move a student from building A to building B, as well as a new mechanism to track the data related to students who may opt out of taking a course of rigor. Related to that is the development of supporting reports, so different departments like CTE, the director of high schools, can look at the data and see what's happening with our students and the movements. We've been gearing up for the 2016 school year already. We're starting to take advantage of some functionality in eSchool Plus that should a building wish to, they can have students make their course requests in Home Access Center instead of on a piece of paper. So we've been doing all the setups to make that an option for schools, as well as continuing our work to support the Curriculum and Instruction Department to ensure that the district course catalog is aligned with district regulations and expectations in regards to how it's set up in eSchool Plus, and we'll be pushing that out to the individual buildings as they gear up to start scheduling for the 2016 school year. We continue to do our bi-monthly CEDARS reporting and our monthly P223 reporting. P223, remember, helps the finance, the budget side of the district, and the CEDARS is all of the student data. We report it twice a month. It's well over a million lines of data, and we continue to maintain our better than 99% accuracy rate with our reporting to the state. So in the end, those are the highlights of what we've been working on in the last month since we last got together. So I'll see you Tuesday night at the meeting.
Hi, I'm Glenn Desso. I'm the manager of the Customer Service Center, and I'm giving you a brief report about some of the things we've done. I'm going from start of school since we just last met on November 18th. Besides taking 1.5 million phone calls, literally we take about 150 a day and help out these folks. We also help out a lot of desktop support people with field tickets and things like that in the administrative locations. We also have some projects underway. Some of those projects are LINK, And where we are with Link is we've deployed and distributed the product to the 3 focus schools. We have let them get familiar with it. They're getting used to the product and how does it work. And after that, we're going to do some tests. So in the next few weeks, we'll start testing and doing some of the pilot tests at those sites and see how it goes. We're also doing a project where most of the computers have deep freeze on them. We want to do what other school districts are doing and see if we can get rid of deep freeze but have computer permissions managing it instead. This will allow us to do better software distribution because deep freeze is kind of stopping us from doing that. So we're looking into that. We will be testing this at a particular school. We don't know which one yet. Probably real small, probably a classroom or a lab, but we're going to test that. We're also looking at a maintenance window. Historically, we haven't been real great about keeping the computers patched and updated. So we're going to create a maintenance window. We're working with the field techs on this with Teresa Brady, and so we can keep the security patching, the antivirus, and that kind of thing done on a frequency. We don't totally know what that frequency is at this point, but we're working on it. Also, we're putting together a software compatibility matrix, which is listing every single software package that we're using out there. What are the requirements? Does this particular one need this browser or this version? And that way when new stuff comes in, we can kind of see how it plugs into the mix. Also on the horizon, we're looking at virtual desktop. Virtual desktop is, it will allow us to maybe set up a computer lab where the guts or the brains of that are downtown. We also are going to look at virtual application. So those are some of the things we have on the horizon that we're working on or have accomplished. Hi, this is Glenn. I've got Keegan in the background here. This is the guy that did the electronic distribution of the Smarter Balance testing software. And so it's just something I left off the report and I wanted to add to it. Hi, this is Glenn, and here is Mitch in the background, and he did the distribution for the highly capable testing, the NNAT2. So that's just something I left off the report. That's where we're at, and thanks and have a good day.